Actually, if you turn now to look at it slightly more domestically, that was a global picture. It's almost more acute because the lifestyles that we have here are, on average, lifestyles which, if everyone lived like we do, we'd need 3 planets, not just 1.3, 3 planets to sustain our lifestyles. And David was talking earlier about how many Americans there were. The American lifestyle, if everyone adopted that lifestyle around the world, would require about 6 planets to sustain the resource consumption and absorb the waste. So this is quite serious, and you can see there the components of what it is we're consuming. So our food, our mobility, transport, energy, and waste, and then shared things, roads and other things like that we share rather than being specific to an individual. The built environment, roads, products, and transport. But the point here is that the challenge before us is, given the aspirations not only of people in this country to continue to live as we have, but the aspirations of people who've got access to CNN and Sky and other forms of international media, which show them lifestyles that they think look quite attractive as they see them on the screen, and that raises the aspirations, and so they too aspire to these lifestyles. So we've got a big challenge. How do we create a future which is attractive, but doesn't require this level of consumption? And that means all kinds of things. It means, for example, there are technologies that can help us. When I was a lot younger than I am, old, I was very worried. I'm 50, so I'm still beyond that 49 thing. I don't know if old ends at 49, I think we are ancient, I think is the name. I don't know what the next category is. We used to buy songs, and they came on these huge black things like that. Quite a lot of resources. Do you remember those? LPs, they were called. Now, of course, you can buy a song, and it doesn't require any material content. You can download it onto a tiny little thing called an MP3 player. So we've dematerialized the experience. We can still have the experience of listening to the music, but it doesn't require the amount of materials we used to. We've got to get that kind of revolution right across the way we live and the way we operate. So, WWF talks about this in terms of building a one-planet future, where we decoupled economic growth and, above all, human well-being from environmental consumption and degradation, so that we can thrive within the planet's ecological limits. And so, one of the things that companies and some of the other organisations represented here today need to be doing is thinking about how can we transition to focus on human well-being, which includes, of course, consumption and economic development and growth. But it's focused on the well-being of humans and the well-being of the planet on which we depend and of which we are in many senses stewards. And getting that at the heart of our vision of the future is going to be essential, not only for the sake of the planet, but also, and humans who live here, but also for the health of businesses which have adapted by seeing ahead to the kind of pressures and demands that this picture paints for us, and what that is going to mean for the future. So just to conclude then, what we are looking forward to doing is continuing to work with businesses, with governments, to develop this approach. What does this mean? What does this look like? What are the implications for your department, for your business? How can we build this future in which both people and nature thrive? A one-planet future on which all of us can depend and look forward to continuing to thrive. Thank you.